everybody, welcome back to our playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. In the last part we managed to get up to this area with the brainstem. We actually did manage to get up and create the portal and go through, but then we lost and everybody died. So the plan for today is just to see if we can actually win what is the final boss battle. Well, I assume it's the final boss battle because it's the absolute. So I'm just wondering how long I actually have to do this. I don't imagine it's going to take like days and days, but it might take multiple attempts. So the next episode, episode 57, is due up on the 12th of September. And the previous episode, or 58, will be up on the 19th of September, which means that this part should be up on the 26th of September. So basically we have till the 25th to try and do this. It's the 7th of September today. So I think we'll have time. It's reassuring that we managed to actually get into where the brain was. I think the strategy is going to be pull on the allies, move on the left hand side, take out the Illithid Arcanists, and let the allies deal with the dragon, the emperor, the tentacles, and the guardians. I just do want to check something. So that one I don't know. That actually falls us into a slumber. That does long rest. I don't know if I particularly want to go into a slumber, but something to think about. I'm just wondering if there's anything which would aid. It only lasts 3 turns. Something to think about. But anyway.
Thought occurs to you as you gaze at the monstrosity above. Gale's orb remains an option, one that could put an end to the Absolute once and for all.
You're plotting something, aren't you? Come on then, out with it. I'd rather know before we take on that cerebral monstrosity. As viable a plan as any while staring into the maw of perdition. Shall we?
There it is, the crown of Carsus, the site of power, the site of domination.
We need to use the Netherstones on the crown. That is our fated path.
And here's Fuckface.
That face. The one in my dreams.
I know you. And so...
Yes, yes, yes.
There, the crown! Cast the spell on it!
And let's just keep moving. And so that was Floric.
No time to waste.
Just do a basic footwork.
Still on my feet.
Let's have you fly. A little bit and then
Favor given is a favor owed. Lady King, time to repay your debt.
down. Gonna try hash that one worked.
Witness perfection. Do it.
Execute.
Victory awaits. My path be true.
I'll leave it. So, fly. Take any potions. Mint.
Unleash me.
By will or by force, you will.
Impero Tibi. It's Aladdin.
Not going as well as I think is the last one.
Overrule.
to take control of the nether brick. Get to the crown and cast the spell. Now!
I am fury. I am death. My path be true.
On my way.
This is the only outcome.
Impero Gigi. Inveniam via.
Execute.
No time to waste. to know failure.
Transform. Execute.
Trying to think. Do that.
Torment.
Impero Chibi.
Not annoyed. To me. Saturate. Desire.
With finesse.
Join. Become.
onward.
I just push off the edge.
Time to strike.
Survival is all that matters.
Let's light them up.
Okay.
The brain is weakened. This is our chance.
Even bound, its will is stronger than anything you've ever felt. The chains shake, threatening to break at any moment.
It's vulnerable, but not defeated. Use the portal. We will bring it down together.
Absolute freedom!
Its will is weakening. The brain is almost defeated.
Let's give this a try. This is our chance. Farewell to the Nether Brain.
The ones highlighted in red are the ones that will be destroyed.
Move! Destroy it from within!
There you are, you wretched thing. Time to die.
It's time to destroy the Nether Brain and end the Grand Design.
This is it. Its will is weakening.
Damn it. Okay.
Impossible.
First try. Well, first try this, and it was Eleanor who
Reconsider.
fired that bolt. My character killed the net brain.
Surrender. There. At last. It is subdued. Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute. And thus, I honor my mother's legacy. The grand design, once again, ended by my line.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of Orpheus's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
Go ahead, command the brain, destroy temples and their stuff.
My master. I must obey. I must end.
Why is the story got a loot?
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn illithids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain. Silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then, gravity. Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
I can't feel the tadpole. It's gone. We're free!
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mazora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
I should feel relieved, yet my blood still simmers.
And we didn't even have to turn into mind flayers to do it. Sorry, I didn't mean to, well, you know.
Even when my time in the prism stretched out like eternity, when escape seemed impossible, I never lost hope. I knew that my destiny was to liberate my people, to return to them triumphant. I was wrong. It seems I can only fulfill one part of my destiny. My people will be liberated, but I cannot return to them. Not like this. You helped me destroy that abomination. Now help me destroy myself. You must kill me. But first, Lae'zel, I need your promise. Carry my hope. Carry my burden. Call my dragons, Kulos and Kuthos, and ride to the Astral Sea. Destroy Vlaakith. Release our people. Be our future and our legacy.
This is your choice to make, Lae'zel, not mine. I entrusted to you.
Duty. All my life, I've traveled in its slipstream, not once questioning its path. In its service, I came here. And now, I will carry your hope, Prince Orpheus, and I will carry your burden. But to that burden, I must add my own. The loss of those I leave behind.
Lach crashed Makvlek. So be it. Now, give me my freedom from this form.
You're Mind Flayer, but you're still you, aren't you?
Yes. But for how long? My mind screams. It will never stop until it has slipped away from me entirely.
Well,
I will not be Gake. I did what I did to save my people. The rest is up to them. Someone else must rise within the ranks to lead the revolution against Vlaakith. Give me my freedom from this form. Release my soul to the astral seas, while I still have one to call my own.
go on then.
Githka Tavkim crashed.
Kulos!
I can never forget you. Your name will be etched in our slates.
You will be called Mlagir, Liberator. To the skies!
A reprieve from the Githyanki invasion. For this day at least.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city. Smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Giontha. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. And once I have, I'll return it to Mistra. She'll cure me of my affliction. And I'll finally be free.
Are you sure you're ready to give up such powers? Never the chance again? No. Why do you keep trying to be God? But yeah, you'll be a true
The more deserving one this time around. If this adventure has taught me anything, it's that there are things in this world far more valuable than power. You, for example. You're always wiser than me when it mattered most. Besides, growing quite fond of this merry band of ours, but I'd quite like to see what happens to it. I'm sure Mistra will summon me soon enough, but until then, I propose we celebrate our victory the mortal way, with a drink in our hands and reckless abandon in our hearts.
A nip, a dance, and a song. Don't mind if I do. I think we're due an evening's reprieve. What's our leader have to say?
Celebration sounds perfect.
Excellent. Let's see if the elf song's still standing. Their Golden Sands brew goes down real easy.
I honestly don't mind what we do once we get to the... Ow! What the... Oh, no. Oh, God. Well, it was nice when it lasted. Ah! I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I have to go.
Go.
We will find you, Astarion. And Boo will bring a sunflower.
We did it, soldier. The city's going to be all right. And so are you. Engine's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do?
You are spectacular in every way.
So are you. My friend. My companion. I adore you. Careful! Hot! I never gave up. I did my best. I did my best. It's the one thing I can't beat, isn't it? I wanted to live in my city with my friends. But life is for the living. And I saw... I see. Goodbye.
No, stop. I won't allow this. Karlak, you're coming with me. Back to Avernus. We can't let her die. Not like this. Not now.
You can't.
So, what do you say? Die here now, or live on with the blade of Avernus at your side. Zariel won't touch you. I swear it, Karlak.
Fine. I'll go. Well, with you. But we have to go. Now. I can't hang on much longer.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid empire, no death god's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
It's curious. After all the wonders and monstrosities we've witnessed, waking beside you seems more unreal than any of it. I've forgotten what it felt like to greet a sunrise without fear of it being my last. Soon, I'll deliver the crown to Mystra and be rid of the orb at long last. I'll be free. We have all the time in the world for that. But first, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. I've decided to drop this whole Gale of Waterdeep business. It's a bit pompous, don't you think? You're now in the company of plain old Gale Decarius, a most brilliant wizard of intentionally limited renown. At your service. Now, I believe this is the moment where I should get to my point, so to speak. I love you. More than I've ever loved anyone, mortal or immortal. And you've proven your love for me in more ways than even the greatest mathematicians would dare to count. That being said, I wondered if you might consider accompanying me back to Waterdeep as a new member of the Decarius clan.
I think I want to stay in Baldur's Gate. I'll marry you, but I can't live in Waterdeep.
Then I go where you go. Waterdeep wouldn't be home without you anyway. We'll need to make the arrangements, of course. The Decarius clan is scattered far and wide, and you'll have invites of your own to send out, I'm sure. But that's all to come. The day is young, and there are thousands more days ahead of us.
Well, soldier, here we are. It worked. My engines calmed down. I shouldn't have let you come here. This isn't going to be easy, you know. Zariel's going to come at us with everything she's got. Gods, like clockwork. They'll be on us soon, but there's just enough time. Thought I was done with these. But then, there was you. Imps are fast, but careless. Don't let them tire you out. Just get rid of them. And don't forget, you asked for this. Better let these fuckers know I'm back. And this time, I'm not alone.
I've gone through this game relatively bug-free, but that's always a strange bug to me whenever the scene freezes like that.
You and Gale have travelled long and far, seeking out knowledge and adventure in the hidden places of the world. Sometimes it isn't clear if he loves the wonderful places his curiosity leads him to more than he loves you. But whenever he looks into your eyes, or up at the stars while he sits by your side, you know the answer. One such night, your reveries are interrupted by an embarrassed courier delivering an urgent message written in a frail hand. An invitation. The location is familiar, and though the road is hard and long, you would not miss this for the world.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Fitting farewell. We destroyed our parasites, defeated the Nether Brain, and took control of our destinies. We did it! We won! We won! The allies who made on our way have all gathered together ready to lend us power in the battle ahead. It's time to finish this once and for all. So
Now,
who's here?
there's a face I know well indeed. Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking very well indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
It's wonderful to see you, Verlo. How have you been?
Busy as ever. Better that than the reverse, wouldn't you say? Every major publishing house on the Sword Coast has been vying for my upcoming book on the subject of our adventures together. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think?
The hero and I.
I? Me? It's all Volo as far as I'm concerned. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Hmm? Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
It's good to meet again. Breathe deep.
Now, there's a face I know well indeed.
Think, Mother.
Oh, hello, darling. I wasn't sure you'd make it.
I'm surprised to see you here, Tara. Delighted, but surprised.
Are you? Withers and I have a regular correspondence. He's joined me and Mrs. Dekarios for a luncheon on more than one occasion.
I'm Mrs. Dekarios.
Of course, we'd love to see yourself and Gale more often, but you keep him so very busy, and we hate to impose.
Why not pop you the cat flap of displacement and replace it?
I'd like that very much. Thank you, darling. Now, enjoy your party. You've quite earned it, if the Balladiers are to be believed.
Sunlight outpost estimated by own and assailant.
Your associates
Now protected
always
by
been
the
so
sword of
ugly.
Saloon. Dame Arlene.
Never knew you to be cruel.
That market black magic devilry is good still
Said it to
unaccounted
you,
for.
not
Shrews
them.
Raphael's reported dead, yep. Baldur's Gate editor resigns, links to Portash regime unfounded. Criminal consolidate guilds use rebuilding efforts to expand powers. Absolute emergency over, declares fist, the last players routed from sewers.
Hells yes! You're here!
This is where Withers is. End your adventure. Okay. That's what the lays out.
For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day, in this place. Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
Efforts to topple Valkitha are well underway then.
We've spilled blood, gained a foothold in the astral, but still we need allies. And one beyond reckoning has made itself known. Zerith Minyaragith.
What's that?
Not a what, but a who. The immortal god king of the Githzerai. An exiled people. Once kin with mine, until the madness of civil war ripped our one sky into two. Algish sent word of the rebellion to Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
Best choice for the job. Your tongue is as gluing as a blade.
My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Minyaragith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm.
A shame you couldn't be here with us in person as I took it.
I suppose it is, rather. I'm just glad to be here at all. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Fey Run. More to the point, I missed you. I wouldn't even deny it with Vlakith's vorpal blade at my neck. Though, I'd rather it not come to that. Now go, mingle a bit. That's the word, right? Mingle. But don't think you've seen the last of me. I'll be back, sure as the comet will rise. Sure as Kalir will forever circle the sun.
Ow, there, what has become of the egg Lizelle has hatched.
So it has. And a fine man the hatchling will be. I call him Zahn. Freedom. He is with the mages of Zamvardim. I trust his care to no one else. Zahn's destiny will be his own to follow. Warrior. Poet, explorer, scholar. His way will be the way of the comet. No chains to bind us, no lies to bury us. Liberty will be the rallying cry that unites our empire. The past made present. I'm glad for it. For this.
You see, boo?
Oh, shit. Oh, my God! He wasn't kidding. Withers, you mad bastard! You brought me back! Soldier. It's really you. I've missed you, man. Like, I've really missed you. And you're so... clean!
How have things been in Avernus?
War's a dirty business, soldier. It's been, exactly how you'd think. But having Will around has been incredible. Fucker's even better at killing devils than yours truly. We don't have much time to chat, but just knowing he's there makes all the difference. Oh, but hey, guess what we found? Cambion dropped a map with directions and blueprints for Zariel's own private forge. A fucking forge! Our current plan is to get in, grab a smith, and force him to fix old Rusty. Or maybe give me a brand new model that can live outside of Avernus. You haven't seen the last of old Karlak yet, soldier. You don't need to ask, soldier. I won't be in Avernus forever, you know. Can I look you up when I'm out? Hey, that would be kind of fun, though. High stakes hide and seek. Honestly, I'd be curious to see if you could land a blow or two. Gods, is it good to see you again. To be here, together. Hard not to get used to it all over again. This won't be the last time. I promise.
Rag. I take rag.
Ah, breathe deep, Boo. The smell of heroes sings from every stone in this place. To meet again where your journey began, my friend. An honor. For Minsk and his hamster both. Oh, and for Happy also.
Yes. Honored, of course.
Good to see you two, Minsk, Boo2, and Happy.
See how your very presence snatches the breath from his chest? And it is no wonder. It is just this day that Happy learned of your legend, while we gazed down upon the very city you saved.
He dangled me from the high hall, upside down, for 2 hours.
The guild should not go creeping in high places if they do not have the stomach for them, hmm? It is well for Happy the strange portal appeared when it did. Minsk's arm was growing achsome.
What have you been up to?
Up? Most recently, a long and winding stairway to the High Hall. 9 fingers forbade any looting of the Illithid's fleshy vessels, and so Minsk guards what remains of the battle site, even from her. But where Minsk might once have thrown any sneaking scoundrels from the tower top, now I tell them of you. How you ruled the wickedness within. How they might do the same.
Yes, I'll rule it. I'll be better.
Oh, of course. It is still for Boo to decide if they live or die.
Oh, gods.
But enough, my friend! I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsk and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done.
Gale, mostly. Finding more adventure where I can, without any tadpoles this time.
Without tadpoles, Boo! Forgive my hamster squirrelishness. He has developed something of a taste for tadpole, and is displeased with the diet I have been forced to place him on. Now, halfling, Boo will not have you embarrassing him in front of his friends, so you ought to know the rest of the company you keep. Will Ravengard, the Blade of Frontiers, Devil-Horned and Angel-Hearted. Lae'zel of Creshkiller, true child of Gith, and true friend to Boo. Though she will and say it is not so. Astarion, who is banished by the sun itself for fear his Spanish soul might outshine it. We visit him much down in the dark places, though he often moves his lair without remembering to tell Minsk where. Gale, the man who would be a god, but then thought better of it. Boo thinks better of him for it too. And there, the champion of the Hells herself, Karlak Demon's Bane, Devil's Bane, Merkul, Ball, and Bane! Bane! Once the guild is made of goodness once more, Bull shall scratch the hells wide open and find a way to bring her back. And finally, Jahira. If this is a name you do not already know, then not even Boo can save you. Study them well, sneak thief. For the best among them will be a guide for your guild. Heroes who put the city before themselves, who never falter in their duty. And more than this, who never arrive to a party without even a gift for the host.
But wait!
Go, my friend. Be among our friends. There is much work yet to be done before this one is fit to join them.
There you are. I was hoping you'd make your way over.
A private word would be nice.
There you are, my friend. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
You just couldn't give me the final success on it, could you?
You take a deep breath, but you don't notice anything beyond the ordinary.
Shrug.
You don't know what you're missing. The sweetness of honeysuckle, the earthiness of splitting oak.
I've got a cold.
A far cry from the rancid Avernus heat that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, Karlach and I have felled enough Cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? One of them sported a map and some blueprints. If you want all the gory details, Karlach can fill you in.
Have you had any time to visit your father?
I've seen him more than a few times. And he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the Fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart.
How have you been faring without your warlock powers?
I think the splinters I made out of the last bone devil I saw speak for themselves. Not to pat myself too hard on the back, but I'm not such a bad ranger if I do say so myself.
I've missed traveling with you. You're a pleasure to be with.
I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side. Well, that's enough hell talk for the moment. The night's young. You shouldn't go wasting it. Or wasting any of the wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
And that's my mother's sitting room.
Revelry and community on the eve of revolution.
Well now.
You can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to.
What kind of greeting is that?
An unworthy one. Forgive me. I am simply excitable. It is good to be out under an open sky once more. My first, since the reconstruction began. We left quite a mess behind. But the city begins to look something like itself once more. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing, huh? Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three, but nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two, if they don't expel her. Again. There is still much to do. People to house. A Harper network to rebuild. I may have little love for this city, but so long as my family chooses to serve it, I can do no less. For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you. Ah, sentiment. With the greatest affection, I can think of better ways to sour our stomachs. I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
There's something strange in your old friend's mouth. What is it? Scratch barks merrily in something like agreement. He seems excited in a way you recognize. He wants you to throw the object he's dropped. But it isn't a ball. It's the astral prism. He whines. Less talk, more throw.
I said it to you, not them.
So, just a Starian left, if we can find him. And then Will. So what's in the clothing chest?
What's inside?
Yeah, all the dice. Oh, so I can put myself in whatever I want. I'm happy with what I've got.
This seems pretty red, but no, not even close. Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And you're looking more delicious than ever, if you don't mind me saying. Whatever you've been doing with your time, it clearly worked wonders.
I've been living, seeing as much of the world as possible.
You've become a traveler and a vagabond. A soul after my own heart. But I'm glad to see the world has treated you well. You've earned it. We both have, in fact. And where better to celebrate our good fortune? An old haunt with old friends.
Last time I saw you were running from the sun. What happened?
Exactly what I feared. Without the protection of our little friends, I was just an ordinary spawn again. Burning in the sun. I fled the dock and found refuge in the shadows until night fell. Part of me was relieved you left so quickly after the battle. I felt ashamed. Like I'd lost everything. Just as you claimed your victory. I didn't want you to see me like that. But time lent perspective. It wasn't your victory, it was ours. And for all I'd lost, I'd gained so much more. I had freedom, strength, a whole new life. And it was time to live it. I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
Kind of morbid. One of the good guys, who would have thought?
Let's not get carried away, darling. I'm still me. Perhaps more me than I've ever been.
Do you miss walking in the sun?
I did at first. But then I realized these shadows, this darkness, it's all a part of me. I spent too long defined by what other people did to me, the choices other people made for me. But that's over now. This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse.
Acceptance.
But that being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
Do you think that leaves just Gale?
You're quite certain I look acceptable? Our adventures rarely lend themselves to luxury. Or cleanliness, for that matter. It's been some time since I've made such an effort.
I doubt anyone here is judging our outfits, except perhaps the story.
Perhaps I am overthinking things a little. I do rather like what I'm wearing. I won't keep you to myself for too long, but while I have you, I want to say thank you for encouraging me to attend this evening. I confess, when I left Waterdeep, there was a part of me afraid that I might regret my decision. But I never have. The chance to see life through your eyes, as well as my own. It's been everything I hoped it would be. I'm delighted to be here amongst friends again. But part of me is reluctant to step away from our new life, even for such a gathering as this.
I'm just glad of a night off from the ever-present threat of danger and death.
Come now. Our adventures have offered far more than the potential for destruction. I have enough looted literature to fill a dozen libraries. I don't know where to begin in telling people what we've been up to. I suspect they won't believe me.
Who cares if they believe you?
Not me, of course. Gale of Waterdeep might have craved such attention, but Gale Decarius does a heroic deed purely for its own quiet satisfaction. And the occasional hearty thank you. Our lives are certainly a far cry from the one I once pictured. Even now, with the orb's fires quelled by Mystra at last, I scarcely dare believe it. Before we met, I fear I was rather stuck in my ways. And stuck inside my tower with a world-shattering orb of magic sealed within my chest, to be fair to myself. I was afraid to so much as dream of a night like this. To hope that my life might amount to more than lonely, bitter disappointment. And then I found you. Standing here, now, I no longer see the people we were. Frightened, desperate, alone. We changed. We survived. And we did it together. I've missed them. I've missed this.
So have I. Sometimes I wish our adventure never ended.
I wouldn't go quite that far. Living without the threat of imminent ceramorphosis seems infinitely preferable to life on the precipice of such a transformation. As I told you long ago, it is to be avoided. God knows we suffered for our salvation. But it was worth it, wasn't it? We did something incredible. And wherever life takes us, we'll carry the memory of that with us forever. Now, much as I could spend an eternity in your company, we see plenty of each other already. Tempting as it is to keep you all to myself, would be terrible company if we didn't mingle for at least part of the evening. I love you.
I think we should break up.
Now go on, before I change my mind.
Change your mind about loving me? The way you just said? Thanks, everybody. Presumably his withers is the
Cool, fresh air. By the living gods, I need it. Oh! You must be happy with kindness. How else do we learn what it is to be a hero? What's you say? Those pantaloons. Have you brought another pair?
when this encounter vampire spawn and lived to tell. 6 months since the assassination of Archduke Gortash. Small son tore you district built by Turian refugees, two private school, Tiefling Fountains, Curzap's city founding, and Janak House to host evening of art and culture celebrating the Salvation City. Last holdout court is cleared from Temple of Baal. Iron Throne wreckage continues to block shipping lanes, complaining to merchants. No settlers returned from land of river. Curse persists. It's because concur Daniel, I'm afraid. Guardians disband, Gorge's time has come and gone. Serial killer unmasked its crazed balance. Reverend God returned to full strength. The wave servant murder resolved. Report Stone Lord killed by beloved ranger. Thorn's army dispersed from Barodian Baldurs. Harper's out of hiding. Step forward to city application awareness.
Not even close.
Say use US Cafe shares her recipes. To the hero of the realms, we followed your adventure closely from the day you fell from that do not light to the final blow you struck the nether brain as it to the storm coast. We are but a humble guild, pride ourselves in telling stories, not unlike the tales to be written of you for many years to come. How inspired we have come to witness your feats, also and terrible, lives you saved and sundered, the friendships you found. Thus we fought to extend a deep greeting to thank you for adventuring with such creative determination, such panache. Enough to touch the hearts of each of our members. With greatest gratitude, the Guild of Great Genius. From Valeria. Salutations, I'm writing to request your help in a mysterious gate that has risen since our little Bolonian bash half year ago. Regrettably, I've had to take the credit for dispelling the Bal cult. In your absence, you understand I've been working on routing the remaining Balness from our fair city. With the European blaze, the Vela felt in head and toe, of course. This has made me a target. A false document bringing my name into LRP has been made public. An alleged unpaid bar tab at the Elsam. If you happen to be passing through with a bundle of coin, perhaps you can persuade punishment of my obvious innocence. Much obliged. If I can get Balness blood out of cloth, my hat's not been the same since the murder tribunal. City's reverend debt. We all got told us all of this anyway.
A beautiful night. I wish it could last forever.
Arabelle up to. Though my once said I need to find balance, recreation meets true, where morning meets midnight, the root of all being. He was right though, after I touched the idol in the grave, it was like a big tree started growing in my head, and all these weird thoughts and feelings and powers sprouted on its branches like big black leaves. I had to figure out myself, so I followed the weave. The bowman said I don't know how I knew what to do, I just did. After you squished the brain, Birdman showed up. Said the weave led him to me and me to him. He's teaching me how to make sense of all those leaves in my head tree. He says I need to use magic responsibly. He also says not to call him Beardman. I'll let you know how it goes. That the editor. So they've now set up a house. Floric. Pick her and leave Starring alone. That's the Karlak. Bacchus. Minster. Ringers. Basically what lays out today.
Oh, pardon me.
Witherspoon pluck wine from all over the world, but is there one bottle of friend?
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel?
Did my duty, no more, no less.
Thou givest thyself so little credit. The duty borne by you was great. You could have well shirked. Thou gavest what it was possible to give. The realm continues for your sacrifices. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much.
I think I've caught up with everyone. What comes next?
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving. To you.
always a bit hard to know how to end these games. But that's it, that's Baldur's Gate 3. I think, in the grand scheme of things, we got the happy ending. So I'm quite sure with a game like that, there's loads of them. And I am tempted to play again at some point. But that's probably going to be a few, maybe even years down the line, who knows. It's, like I said, it's just hard to know what to say. So I think I will just close off with saying that was Baldur's Gate 3. This was Way Hard Gaming. Thank you very much for watching. If you're interested in seeing any of the other playthroughs on my channel, then please consider subscribing to the channel. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye, everybody.
There thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel, felled by mortals. I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.